I have copied the company file from my original files folder and pasted the file in my working copies folder, which I will now double click to open. And then to open the file, I will double click on the file called Chapter 3 Customers Case 0. Now that the file is open, we'll open up our Open Windows list, and then our home page, and then I like to maximize my home page. So now we will start dealing with customers. The main windows dealing with customers are in this rectangle. And of these windows, the three most commonly used windows are Create Invoices. Notice the tooltip says Bill customers and receive payment later. Then there is the Receive Payments window. The tooltip says it's to be used to record a payment received from a customer against an invoice. So if you invoice a customer because they're buying on account, the only way or the window to use when they pay you is Receive Payments. Then the third major window is Create Sales Receipts. The tooltip reminds you that this window is to be used when you bill your customer and the customer pays you at the same time. Now let's discuss the Customer Center. There are two ways to find the Customer Center. If your home page is open, you just click here on Customers. Or you can go to Customers, Customer Center, or if you love shortcuts, Control J. So I'm going to open up the Customer Center. The Customer Center is exactly the same as a Vendor Center, except it obviously lists customers instead of vendors. Now this Customer Center is pretty much empty except for a list of customers because we don't have any transactions from any customers yet. So I'll show you another QuickBooks file that has customer transactions in it. So we'll get rid of this one. And I'll bring in this one, which already has transactions in it. It looks like Burger Bakery and Franco Films are the only customers that owe us money. The $600 and $940 are the accounts receivable balances for these two customers. If you add up the two numbers and you get 1,540, that is our total accounts receivable. Let's confirm that by opening up our chart of accounts. So lists, chart of accounts, or Control A. Let's find AR, which is already highlighted here. And you see our total AR is 1,540. The same as those two customer balances added together. So I'm going to go back to the Customer Center. So when you single click a customer, the customer info appears on the right. So let's look at Jenny Guthrie. So I'm going to single click Jenny Guthrie to see if there's any transactions. If there were any transactions, they would appear here on the lower right. Now many students would quickly assume there must not be any transactions with Jenny Guthrie. But remember, to see all transactions with a customer or a vendor, these three selections must be all transactions, all, and then change this to all if it's not already. So I'm going to scroll up to the top, click all, and there you go. We actually do have two transactions with Jenny Guthrie, the first of which on the 6th we invoiced her, which means we billed her for $960, and then at the end of the month she paid us $960, which would explain why she has zero balance.